Good morning, kindergarten, and welcome back to another art lesson. What we are going to do today is we are going to be finishing our fall pumpkin project. So last week, we drew our pumpkin with pencil, made sure it was really, really big, and then we traced everything with a black crayon, and we colored in just the pumpkin. So what we're going to do today is we are going to color in the background and our grass. And I'm going to give you two choices because I know this is a lot of coloring. So the first choice is to still use your crayons. The second choice is if you have watercolors available to you, you can use watercolor paints to paint your background. If you don't have watercolor paints, don't run out to the store and buy some. It's just an idea if you had them available and you already had them at your house. That's totally optional. So the first choice is we are going to use our crayons, and I'm going to show you a quick way on how to color in your grass and your sky. Now, last week we talked about the warm colors, so we used yellow, orange, and red to color in our pumpkin. Today we're going to use the cool colors, blues, greens, and purples. So we want our sky to be blue and purple. We're going to mix those colors together. So I'm just going to start with my blue. And I'm just coloring lightly, and I'm coloring side to side. Don't color your clouds. You're going to leave those white. Clouds stay white. Okay, and then I'm going to take my purple, make sure it says violet on the side, and I'm just going to start adding a little bit of purple to my sky, mixing those colors together. Because the sky is not just one color. The sky has many different colors. That's what makes it so beautiful. So I'm just going to continue getting all of my white spots. And if you wanted to get really fancy with your sky, then you could go in with maybe even your darker blue and add some of that in. So I'm just layering these colors on top of each other. Almost looks like a galaxy, doesn't it? Yeah. All right, so let's just pretend that I have the sky all colored in, okay? So that's your first choice. Your first choice is to use your crayons to color in the sky. The second choice I'm going to show you over here is you can take your watercolor trays, a cup of water, and a paintbrush, and I'm just going to start with my blue, and I'm just going to add a little bit onto my paintbrush, and then I'm just going to carefully paint from side to side, making sure that I don't have too much water on my brush, otherwise it gets really messy. Okay, and then I can go in and wash my brush, go over to the purple, and again, I can mix those colors together. Now, I still want to see my blue, so am I just going to smear them all together? No, because I still want to see the blue, and I still want to see the purple. And I'm going very slow when I'm next to the cloud. There's a tiny bit of a glare on your screen, so I'll hold it up a little bit so you can see it. Okay, so there's two options for you for the sky, crayon and paint. Same thing for the grass. For the grass, I can use a light green crayon first. Make sure you get inside those little zigzags. And then I can take my dark green and just kind of layer it on top. Again, mixing those colors together. All right, let's just pretend like I'm done. The second option is, again, you can just use your green. We don't have a light green in our paint tray, so you can just use just the one color, just the one green. And I'm just going to paint right over top of those grass lines because the paint and the crayon do not like each other. So the paint is not going to stick to the crayon because the crayon is really waxy. And the water inside the paint does not like the wax in the crayon. So you'll still be able to see all of your details. Okay, once you have everything colored in or painted and the only white spots on your paper are the clouds, then I want you to take a picture of your pumpkin and then upload it into Seesaw so I can look at it and I can get it graded and put in your journal. All right, nice job, kindergarten. I'll see you guys next time for a new art project.